This past weekend, we suffered a devastating loss. Living in Los Angeles, there are certain friends and families who've been on my mind because I know they were huge fans of Kobe Bryant. But the grief is devastating for so many of us who were not even basketball fans, and it might make you wonder why you're grieving for someone and people that you hardly knew. For me, I'm walking through my own deep feelings about this. And it happened very close to us. There were children involved. It was unexpected. Certain things I understand, but in the past I would have just walked through my grief as anyone else. Now, as a life coach, I do have understandings that have helped me process this a little bit easier. And I wanted to share them with you because although we can't take pain away, nor should we, it does help me to understand why I feel this way and what we can do about it. So, one of the questions is, why am I grieving over someone that I didn't know personally? It makes more sense to us when someone was a part of our lives intimately. It was tangible. We could touch them, smell them. We have feelings that we can understand, even if we don't understand why it happened. But at times like this, when we mourn a person that we didn't know intimately and it feels so painful, it's more abstract and it doesn't make as much sense to us. The loss is very real, though, even if it's hard to define. There have been many celebrities that have unexpectedly died, and it rocked our personal worlds. And I don't want to compare these losses, but I will say personally, it seems to have an effect on me more that there weren't negative behaviors or addictions involved. This was a pure accident. It could happen to anybody. There were also other people who died. The couple with their 13-year-old, they have a son and a daughter who have lost their family. And there were other people who were parts of families and communities. There was another 13-year-old. So, what I first want to impart to you is that you're not crazy. We're not crazy for mourning the loss of people that we didn't know, even if you're not a sports fan. I get that. To help you understand what we're all going through even more, there are 5 concepts that I'd like to share with you. First, even if you didn't know him personally, he was a part of our regular lives. I mean, you would have to be living under a rock to not have heard of Kobe Bryant. And even then, you would have heard of him. He was a super athlete and he appeared to be a superman in many ways. His daughters and the other 2 girls were just beginning their lives. We don't need to know them personally to know what their families and their friends are going through. When there's so much promise for growth and that gets cut short, humanity grieves. Second, when we look back at Kobe's growth, we saw him start as a young man. We saw him make a very public mistake and we saw him kick ass. We watched him grow up. We feel connected to his life because we witnessed it. The third concept is that the way it happened could happen to any of us, not maybe in a helicopter, but accidents happen. I don't know about you, but I have weird thoughts that pop in my mind if there's a close call on the freeway, or as a mom, my worry about what could happen. Something actually did happen, and that hits a nerve. 4, in some ways, we feel connected to memories of Kobe and his moments of success because they were parts of chapters of our lives that we won't ever get back, and we may be grieving that. The 5th concept is that none of those people that died in the crash will ever create anything new again. And that is tragic, and it's okay to feel really sad about that. And finally, the best reason or the biggest reason that I can think of, even if you're not a sports fan, is because this man inspired us. I look at kids in my son's school, they looked up to him. So many adults were inspired by him. If there is one takeaway here, besides honoring your grief, let it be that he was mostly known for giving people hope and inspiring people, and you have that power to be that great in your own way. You are uniquely gifted and you have your own unique values that allow you to inspire others and give others hope. So ask yourself, how can I inspire someone today? How can I give someone hope? When we don't know what to do with our pain, we always have prayer. Pray for our hearts to heal, for love and strength to go to Vanessa Bryant and her children, to the son and the daughter, the Altabelli family, and with the other families that have suffered incredible loss. Their process is just beginning. When we pray for others, we actually see that we do have love and strength to give. When we look for it in ourselves to offer it in prayer, we see it's there and it's overflowing. We have plenty to share. If you believe you have time, it is a heartbreaking reality that this is not always the case. It doesn't matter how rich or successful you are. It is what you share with this world that makes a difference. One memory that creates hope, one moment that sparks joy, one relationship that shares love. These are the things that count in the end. I feel devastated about Kobe, his daughter, the children, the loss of the others who meant the world to their families. He was a legend. There were children and family. All of this tells me that it doesn't matter if we know someone personally. We have a human experience. What matters is how you honor your feelings. Share your gifts, share a smile, you impart your unique gifts and values, inspire others, lift people up, live a life worth living. That is all we have for today, and that's enough. That is plenty. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, my friend. Until next time, have a beautiful day.